During World War II, aircraft carriers played a pivotal role in naval warfare, and some of these carriers earned distinction for their success in sinking enemy ships. These floating air bases and their formidable air groups proved to be decisive assets in key battles of the Pacific and Atlantic theaters. In today's video, we'll dive into the top 6 World War II aircraft carriers that stood out for their significant contributions in sinking enemy warships, helping shape the course of the conflict. In this list, we will not count merchant or civilian ships sinking. At number 6, Zuikaku. Zuikaku was part of the attack on Pearl Harbor that marked the beginning of the Pacific War. In April 1942, she participated in the Indian Ocean raid, striking British naval bases in Colombo and Trincomalee in Ceylon. During this raid, with the assistance of Shokaku, Zuikaku sank the Royal Navy aircraft carrier HMS Hermes, as well as the heavy cruisers HMS Cornwall and Dorsetshire. In May 1942, Zuikaku played a significant role in the Battle of the Coral Sea, where she sank the USS Lexington and inflicted severe damage on the USS Yorktown. During the Battle of Eastern Solomons in 1942, her planes caused significant damage to the USS Enterprise as part of the Guadalcanal campaign. In the Battle of the Santa Cruz Islands on October 26, 1942, her aircraft once again damaged the repaired USS Enterprise and crippled the USS Hornet. Unfortunately, Zuikaku was eventually sunk by aircraft-launched torpedoes on October 25, 1944, during the Battle of Leyte Gulf. In total, she sank 4 warships. Number 5, Akagi. An aircraft carrier of the Imperial Japanese Navy, she was involved in significant naval actions during World War II. On April 6, 1942, as Akagi sailed for the Indian Ocean raid, 13 D-3As from the carrier played a role in the sinking of the British heavy cruisers Cornwall and Dorsetshire. On April 9, Akagi contributed 17 dive bombers to the effort that resulted in the sinking of 1 aircraft carrier along with the Australian destroyer Vampire. Akagi also sank the corvette Hollyhock, which was escorting the oil tanker FRA Athelstone. In the Battle of Midway in June 1942, the carrier sustained severe damage from dive bombers launched by the USS Enterprise and was later scuttled. The loss of Akagi was strategically significant defeat for Japan. In total, Akagi sank about 5 enemy warships. At number 4, USS Essex CV-9. She was an aircraft carrier and the lead ship of the 24-ship Essex class built for the United States Navy during World War II. The CV-9 constitute the most formidable Allied carrier striking force to date when they launched a massive attack against Truk on 17 to 18 February, during which 8 Japanese ships were sunk. Essex actively participated in raids on various locations, including the Mariana Islands, the Palau Islands, Mindanao, and contested areas such as the Ryukyus, Okinawa, Formosa, Taiwan, and numerous Philippine islands. It played a key role in the fall of Okinawa and missions against Iwo Jima. For its service in World War II, Essex was awarded the Presidential Unit Citation and received 13 battle stars. In total, she sank 5 enemy warships. At number 3, the USS Hornet CV-8. A U.S. aircraft carrier played a significant role in the World War II's Pacific theater. It participated in the Battle of Midway, where its aircraft helped sink the Japanese cruiser Mikuma. The carrier led the famous Doolittle raid on Tokyo. During the Solomon Islands campaign, it was involved in the seizure and defense of Guadalcanal and took part in the Battle of the Santa Cruz Islands, where it suffered severe damage from enemy torpedo and dive bombers. In the face of an approaching Japanese surface force, the Hornet was abandoned and later torpedoed and sunk by approaching Japanese destroyers. Notably, it was the last U.S. fleet carrier to be sunk by enemy fire during the war, with a service record of just 1 year and 6 days. Torpedo Squadron 8 of the Hornet received a Presidential Unit Citation for its performance at the Battle of Midway. The carrier itself was awarded 4 service stars and citation for its role in Doolittle Raid in 1942. Over 18 months of combat operations, USS Hornet CV-12 achieved the following combat record: 668 Japanese planes shot down, 742 Japanese planes destroyed on the ground, and 6 enemy warships sunk. At number 2, Yorktown CV-5. She was an aircraft carrier that served in the United States Navy during World War II. In the Battle of the Coral Sea, USS Yorktown CV-5's aircraft played a key role, sinking the destroyer Kikuzuki, 3 minesweepers, and 4 barges. In addition, Air Group 5 destroyed 5 enemy seaplanes but lost 2 F-4F Wildcats and 1 TBD Devastator. Along with the USS Lexington, Yorktown contributed to the sinking of Japanese light carrier Shoho. Furthermore, her planes inflicted damage on the Japanese carrier Shokaku, with 2 bomb hits that rendered its flight deck unusable. During the Battle of Midway, dive bombers from the Yorktown significantly damaged the Japanese carriers Soryu and Hiryu. As both carriers were beyond repair, they were scuttled. Unfortunately, the Yorktown was later torpedoed by the Japanese submarine IE-168 and sunk on June 7, 1942. In total, she sank 7 enemy warships. For her World War II service, the USS Yorktown earned 3 battle stars. At number 1, USS Enterprise CV-6. A carrier of the Yorktown class served the United States Navy during World War II. On February 1, 1942, Enterprise's task force had notable success, sinking a small gunboat and damaging the light cruiser Kotori, the mine layer Tokiwa, and also 5 other ships. During the Battle of Midway, Enterprise's dive bombers played a pivotal role in attacking and disabling the Japanese carriers Kaga and Akagi, leaving them in flames. Subsequently, a combined squadron of bombers from Enterprise and Yorktown, launched from Enterprise, also incapacitated the Japanese carrier Hiryu, leaving it burning. The next day, Enterprise's dive bombers alone sank the cruiser Mikuma. On November 13, 1942, aviators from Enterprise contributed to sinking the Hiei, marking the first Japanese battleship loss of the war. The naval battle of Guadalcanal, concluding on November 15, 1942, saw Enterprise sharing credit for sinking 16 ships and damaging 8 more. In the Battle of Leyte Gulf, October 23 to 26, 1944, Enterprise's planes struck all 3 groups of enemy forces, inflicting damage on battleships and destroyers. Enterprise also played a pivotal role in various operations, including the Gilbert and Marshall Islands, the Marianas Invasion, the Luzon Campaign, the attack on Iwo Jima, and the Okinawa Campaign. Her aircraft and artillery were credited with destroying 911 enemy aircraft and damaging an additional 192, totaling more than 20 warships. USS Enterprise was the most decorated U.S. Navy vessel in World War II, receiving an impressive 20 battle stars. And that's it for today. We hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscription button for more exciting videos from The Buzz.